All right, local swell trackers, please excuse the sound quality. My mic is broken. We'll get that settled. It's Sunday the 21st, and welcome to the Outlook, and it's a big outlook. This big spinner gyro over here near Japan moves east. A lot of west in the fetch when it first arrived today. A slow arrival due to significant shadowing. The angle of this was in that 285 to 300 band, and it blocks or gets shadowed by the Ihao and Kauai up to 294 degrees. This thing, again, as it moves, will get into our swell window better right about there, and that will reinforce Monday. We'll have 20-foot surf. The seas, the swell heights are already up now 10 to 13 feet. They've ramped. It'll be 16 to 17 seconds. That's enough for, easily outer reefs, Waimea, not all time, not giant, but extra large. Jaws will probably get 25 feet, maybe bigger. A lot of those outer reefs will see up to 20 feet. This is the culprit right here, and it's going to last a while. Tuesday should be still 15 feet, but then on its way down. But we'll run through the 7-day loops here again one more time. So there it is. This is the guy right here, one of the biggest, is the biggest storm producing the biggest waves we've seen this season. Okay, to today's models, Sunday the 21st. Again, take a look at the amount of storm activity up there in the North Pac to us. Some reinforcement up here for Tuesday from this guy here. And again, this thing has a giant front/shear line moving down the island chain. We do expect a trough aloft to add to the instability and create rain for Monday. There's a high pressure moving in beside it, increasing the pressure gradient as this whole weather feature moves towards the east and dissipates. But that big high and that big area of storminess is going to be creating some 15 to 30 knot northeasterly wind, so it's going to be super challenging up there in the country, side shore stuff, and 20 feet. Big high pressure is blocking the next swell that comes off the Kuril Islands here. That one's going to be bumping us up. We're going to say Friday the 26th, day after Christmas. We'll see 4 feet 14-second forerunners from the west when this thing originally kicks in, and maybe peak Saturday with some 8-foot swell open ocean at 15 seconds, which should hopefully equate to some 10-footers this coming Saturday and Sunday. For sure 8 feet this weekend at advisory levels from this guy. Let me start the animations up. You can see it there. It stays way up there due to that high pressure blocking. Yeah, that's fine for me. 8 to 10 feet versus 20. And then we go into a little bit of a quiet period. There is some storminess for some ongoing background swell activity. Some storminess up here to our northeast. Not bringing in anything significant. And the long rangers, I'm going to get to those in a second. We do go into a quiet period after this next round of this coming weekend. That swell. This one, the swell that we have for Monday, Tuesday is going to be definitely one of the biggest of the year. Let's jump down under and go, why are we having waves during December? We've had 2 significant south swells as good as summer. Now, 4 feet on the last one. This one's solid 3 feet. Maybe we might even see some bigger ones. Here's the culprit right here. A storm up to the southeast of New Zealand with a decent fetch, a decent track, some 25-foot seas. And again, we're looking really good. Northeasterly winds will be brisk offshore for Monday, Tuesday. But yeah, we'll take it. This thing will be fading out towards the middle of the week. And then we get one more shot of some background stuff right there. And this will give us some background support for Wednesday, Thursday, here into Christmas Day. We'll just be having waves in town and all the way around the compass. Higher wind waves due to the strong trade winds, up to 4 feet minimum. Some wet northwest wrap for the windward and adjacent west shorelines. We'll have a south swell. We'll have a significant northwest swell. Being on an island has its benefits. Okay, and then we go really quiet after that. We'll run some loops here. This is the current day, Sunday the 21st, showing that it's completely quiet. The blue area is showing the high pressure areas. Very little storm activity. We do have something up here that actually moves the wrong way. It'll be bringing us maybe some background 2-foot waves, 1 foot of 12-second stuff, for next week. Keeping town again, thigh high. There's some stuff running along the Ross Ice Shelf, but next week it's game over for town until further notice. Okay, now we're going from the surface to the upper regions, showing the jet stream, large upper air currents 30,000 feet up. And this is showing the features here. We have a split right over the islands. This feature over here has been sending big waves. Maverick's got up to 25, maybe even 30 feet, one of the biggest in, I don't know, maybe a handful of years, they're claiming. It was the most crowded I've ever seen it. And over here we've got the jet stream with some winds up to 200 miles per hour, and that's going to elongate. There's a dip over the islands, creating some iffy weather and a disruption of regular trade winds. And then she cleans up here towards the weekend after Christmas with a beautiful long clean line consolidated. We like seeing that. The jet stream enhances surface low development and it steers it once they form. And, we're seeing exactly that here in the coming days, and then we may see a bit of a break, but a break for the North Shore during winter means 5 feet, which is just fine for most people. Down under you can see a lot of blue down here and a very zonal or west to east flow. There's really not much potential in the long haul for the southern shores, as is typical this time of year. Now let's go back down to the surface and get into some weather features. This big high pressure has been pushed by all the big storms up here, filling up the North Pack. There is this front that will be weakening to a shear line, moving down the island chain tonight through Monday and reaching the Big Island, I think, Wednesday morning. Again, gusty winds, some iffy weather. There will be a upper trough adding to the moisture. This high pressure is squeezing in and increasing the pressure gradient between the lows up here, adding to the winds. But things will begin to normalize. Trades will back down and weather will clear up on Christmas Day into the weekend. There's that low pressure that'll be moving off the Kurils and bringing us up some waves for this coming weekend. Again, minimum 8 feet, what I'm going to go ahead and claim. And now we'll jump way back up to the water vapor loops that show the stability. The brown region is showing dry, sinking air. The North Pack showing all the winter storms. This is the Intertropical Convergence zone. We won't see any weather from this. It's where the trade winds from the North Pack meet the trade winds from the South Pack and create that upper to lower level cloud structure. Here's a prettier view of it. Drilling down, you can see a really good view here of that front slash shear line reaching Kauai again tonight, moving down, as I said, reaching the Big Island on Wednesday. Highs are going to be about 79, lows in the upper 60s. Definitely going to be getting chilly, folks, so definitely want to grab a wetsuit. And these soundings are showing a little bit of rain starting to approach Kauai with that shear line, and it will be touching Oahu on Monday as well. We'll go ahead and finish up here with the beautiful surface wind showing that big low pressure spinning off the west coast. They have plenty of waves. There's another fetch coming down here for this weekend. But this is the fetch of the big swell that we're seeing right now. And we'll see some fetch coming off the Kurile Islands here for this weekend. Game on. And that is your update. We'll be back here in 7 to 10 days on your local swell tracker. Mahalo.